Alright, a few of you guys have been requesting an updated deck profile. Just what has Robbie been playing? Well, every time I have my friends over, I really haven't had a lot of time to play test. But this is what I played in Columbus. Unfortunately, I scrubbed out because I wasn't fully prepared for the Luard mirror. And I want to discuss a couple things about Luard in general. And more or less about the mirror and some of my card choices. So, deck profile time. Also, guys, remember, please check out YugiOhMint.com. Down there in the description. See that link? Click it. You know, also enter MCOL40 on checkout. You guys will get some money off of your order, and I'm sure you guys would appreciate that. As would I. So, what are we looking here? Well, make sure you check out YugiOhMint.com. But anyway, Luard. So, a few people, first off, a few of you guys aren't going to like some of these card choices. I'm going to be blunt and honest with you. A lot of this reasoning is from my friend's friend, Ryan Kai. I believe he's from Malaysia, Singapore. I never really remember. He got third at the Malaysian qualifier for Vanguard, and Austin was sending me some of the deck ideas this week. You guys remember the claw, and was giving me some things to mess around with, and this is kind of what I came up with some of the concepts in the TCG. So for Luard, one of the things I really like about the current version of Shadow is your full ability to stride for virtually free. And for the time being, Gear Chronicles on the side for me. This gives me... I like the ability to just be able to play bad and let the deck reward me. And that sounds really bad to say. But when your deck has a self-built-in stride engine, it definitely can get you places. So it's one of the things I like about Lulu. It's just the ability to stride. And then, you know, of course, Flood. Good old ones. Two, which some people are only playing one of this, some playing three. Two was the hotspot. I didn't get my Valdemirs in time. And I didn't actually realize how good Valdemir was, because I was like, yeah, it's only for 1800. I didn't realize it was more than once per turn that you can abuse it. So being able to just generate hands and then just go to town with Valdemir, pretty good. But for this build, it was two of these. My other grade 3 was one Diablo. So with no Valdemirs in time, I was like, well, I can activate Ritual. Because remember, this is at the beginning of the ride phase. Then you can ride this, and then you can stride Diablo and punish your opponent. I actually killed my round 1 opponent both ways that way. Just being able to go herp derp, and then stride, kill something. And if your opponent isn't on a good board, you're in a really, really good place. So, it was techie, I know. I've seen some builds in the TCG playing 3 of it. With no witches. TCG doesn't know what the hell they want to do with this deck, it seems, but I want him. It's also another free strider, essentially. On for the grade 2s. 4 10Ks. No, this isn't legal. I just wanted to put it in here to demonstrate it for you. This is the Japanese promo. Good old Milia Jovovich. An actual Vanguard card. She's a Entranger, but for our intents and purposes, 4 10Ks. I was considering 5. My friend talked me down to 4. And for the time being, it worked out. Though if you're getting 7 Cs, you really want the more defensive plays. This also lets you stay at 2 an additional turn, because it gives you a little bit more of a solid defense when you're playing this deck. It's definitely something that I liked about this deck. It's just the fact that you can do this as a defense play to essentially, you know, just support yourself for an additional turn. And, you know, to be completely honest, it works out, and I like it. You know, with 7 Cs Rush still being a deck in the TCG, just being able to have that extra mitigation tends to be a lot more popular than you really would consider it to be. Also, OG Brugos, still the best. So, 2 more Festa. Some people think this is the best card in the deck. It's just a 14k attacker. There's nothing super special about it. If it hits, you can call grade 1. doesn't happen all that much. Just additional pressure. It's an extra grade 1 in the drop zone. 2 Leafall. I didn't realize how good this card was until I played it. Being able to pop an owl, draw 1, owl, draw 1. Yeah, this card's nutty. You would think that your soul would run out, but worst case scenario, you just rewrite Luards. 3 Hoels. Yeah, we're playing the Diablo engine, so we won't countercharge City. Okay, grade 1s. 3 Kaiden. High countercharging. Also being able to make your Spectrals do things that they're not supposed to do. Pretty good. 3 Esros. This card's fucking stupid. Why? Pop my owl, go to town. 4 Abyssal Owl. High. That is another stupid card. The amount of times, though, that this thing whiffs is pretty ridiculous. Some tech from Ryan. This card was meh, to be honest. Usually just got called off to beat down my opponent. And then one of these, this thing was also meh. It depends on what your setup is. I didn't actually realize the more that I play this deck that your initial setup with this is pretty important. Or, you know, you can skip over this and set up other things. But she's still very important as a one-of. And 2 of these. So, a lot of people don't like playing Strike Fighters. I don't disagree with you. But, on your first stride, if you are in Pound Town and you don't have a way to discard a 3, this will alleviate some of the pressure. Actually happened quite a few times in the rounds that we did play, and actually this worked out really good. If not, just call it off of GB8. Triggers. 8 critical triggers, which is pretty standard. I mean, you can mix it up if you want. 4 Witch Heal. Yes, we did play the Unflipper. The Unflipper is terrible, but I'll explain to you why I played it. 2 Cursed Eye Raven. Incredible. 2 Howl. And our starter is Creeping Dark Goat. Getting to Luard is the name of the game, and Goat does that for you. I know a lot of people like the Send It into Soul, discard 1, draw 1. That card is good. It doesn't need a counterblast, it fixes your hand. But Goat fixes the lack of grade 3 problem, which, no, we value. We value it a lot. Alright, extra deck. Controversy time. 1 Doomed, 2 Orgeyser. So, right off the bat, you're going to be like, why? Why are you doing this? You either go into this or you go into this. There's no real middle ground here. And it's very unfortunate to say that. You need to do this to generate advantage, you need to do this to board clear. If you need to do another board clear, you're going to be in a really bad position. It's very unfortunate to say that. But that lineup worked out spectacularly. You can cut the 1 extra Orgeyser, and just, if you're going to go Doomed, you go Doomed. And just don't even worry about the regular Orgeyser. But it was one scenario that it did come up and it was important. Next up, people think this card is shit. It's not. So, there was multiple times against Gear Chronicle where you don't have a field. This generates you a field to do your break stride to build a board. This does what it's supposed to do. This regenerates your board. You know, you can do one of these on your first stride, and then later on you can flip anything, you know, to be able to call 2. It's very important to remember that, and I don't think a lot of people value this. A lot of people are just like, it's a crappy vanilla. It board refills. That's something that Shadow needs. Next up, 2 Wincon, the dragon. This card's stupid as fuck. 2 Diablos. This card's shit, but if you have the Diablo stride and your opponent has a half-empty field, then bada bing, bada boom, go to town. Sea Breeze, because punishing players is a thing. Alright, so we need to talk about this. So this is the rest of the G-Zone. So, I had a theory with this card. So, GB8, Luard is a deck that tends to want to play a later game. And it's very crucial that when you're playing this deck, you understand that. So, even though this card is shit, it unflips. So you can third stride this, and Royal Paladin cannot survive this. Especially, granted, this deck draws like it's its fucking job, so getting to multiple heal triggers is not hard at all. So being able to do this with this will accelerate you to where you need to be. I still think this card is incredibly terrible, but there's not a better option to unflipping at this current point in time. This card won me games. This card also, in the round 2 in the feature, this card did what it needed to do against Gear Chronicle. So it's combat box 1, choose up to 5 of your regards, retire them. Search your deck for up to the same number of grade 1s or less cards of units retired. Call them separate regards. They get 15,000 power. And then choose up the same number of your opponent's regards, and you get to retire them. Free board wipe, and you'll never understand the look on your opponent's face when you hit them in the face for a 1900 attack goat. He really is Creeping Dark Goat. But I going into this event, I thought Ogma would have been a better call. I definitely was wrong. This card, so good. If you don't kill him, you have Spectral Blasters. Because your first stride is probably going to be doomed, your second stride will be Blaster. And then this can be your third stride. And if you need to go into a fourth stride, you just Blaster kill them. Because it's what your deck does. But this card is so unforgiving. Still a shit card. I don't really like it. But free board wipes, especially in those late stages in the game when they can't recover. So that is my current rendition of Shadow Paladin. You know, play the deck. Can't play the deck aggressively in the early stages of the game. You have to take your time, set up your 10Ks, and attempt to play the game at your opponent's pace. It's kind of how Grand Blue likes to do things. Hee hee. So, yeah guys, leave a comment down below. Please check out our friends over at YugiOhMint.com. And, yeah, like I said, I wish I would have been more prepared for the mirror. Voldemir fucking will just wreck your asshole if you're unprepared. Just being able to deck thin to the point of sending back 4 owls, and then if you can control your setup, you'll be fine. Also, it's something else to know. Since you are playing this card, you do have to manage your resources in the first stride, and it's really hard to do that. Having to sit there the entire game planning for this, it can be hard, and I noticed that while playing. You know, as soon as your first strike goes into effect, you need to start being prepared for this if you need it. It is a very powerful card, and it's needed. So, alright guys, yeah, check out YugiOhMint.com down below, and I'm out guys, Deucerinos. Until next time, fam.
That's not all, card fighters. Please subscribe for more Cardfight Vanguard content. Please remember to check out MCole40 for Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and please check out MColeGames.com, my store, along with No Limit Gaming, NLGTCG.com for all of your guys' trading card game needs as well. Until next time, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. Later.